So hello and welcome back. In this session what I'm going to be talking about is the RS Exchequer Live product that we've had in existence now for well over 12 months. It's the new range of modules specifically for the MS SQL edition, and it focuses on anywhere access and remote accessibility through a web UI down onto your Exchequer system. So without further ado, let's bring you up to speed on what's happening on Exchequer Live. So in addition to the core RS Exchequer products, we do indeed have RS Exchequer Live, which is a range of modules specifically for the MS SQL edition, which allow people through a web browser, so through a web environment, interact with their RS Exchequer system through a brand new user interface. There are 3 modules available for RS Exchequer Live. The first module we released had an update applied to it in the summer of 2010, so Live Timesheets version 1.1, and this module is where people can actually do their time recording. So they, through a series of templates, they are able to record their time against projects and jobs, which will of course map down onto their RS Exchequer system. In the autumn of this year we launched Live Expenses version 1.1. With this module, this is all about expense recording, so travel claims, hotel accommodations, stays, that kind of thing. So people who are out in disparate locations, working away from home, working away from the office, are able to track their expenses and add their expenses through the web UI. And later on this winter in 2011 we have Live e-procurement, which is basically the purchase order processing system of RS Exchequer, again put through into the live environment, so people will be able to do their remote requests for goods, purchase orders and quotations and invoices, etc., all through that live UI. And everything we've mentioned here, so live timesheets and expenses and e-procurement, are powered by the approvals engine that comes as part and parcel with RS Exchequer Live. So that multi-tiered approval process is there for you, so you can have a series of up to 6 levels of people approving and authorizing your timesheets, expense claims and your purchase procurement requisitions. With the anywhere access in mind, it stands to reason that we should take the live environment and put it through into even more portable means of access. And so in the summer of 2012 we will have the Live Mobile Devices application available for Windows 7 phones. And what I'd like to do now is just take you through what that interface will actually look like. So the application itself will allow remote users to create timesheets and expenses through their handheld device, and also for those people who are set for approvals and authorizations, timesheets, expenses and the e-procurement requisitions and transactions will be subject to the approvals through the live device. So what we're looking at here is a timesheet line. So we've got all the regular features there of description and quantity of hours, etc. But what we can do, we've got this search quick pick feature for things like job codes and time rates. So just by tapping on that particular item, a list of all applicable jobs will appear on the UI, and all the user would need to do is just select the job they require, and that will automatically apply into the transaction line. And taking advantage of Bookmark, which sits inside the mobile phone itself, what that enables us to do is to bookmark a particular transaction line such as this and use it as a template to increase rapid data entry through the mobile UI. Similarly here, what we're looking at is a expense line. So same kind of regular features there, so the type of expense and VAT, etc. We can still use the template piece as we can with the timesheet, but one thing we can do here is, using the inbuilt phone on the mobile device, is use that to take a photograph of a receipt, which is then automatically attached to the transaction line. It's retrievable through the phone, it's viewable from within the live UI back on the web side of things. So people who are doing those approvals for expense claims, etc., will be able to verify your claim with the actual physical receipt, and this obviously reduces paper in the office too. Mention that also the live mobile device will support the approvals process in the modules, and we'll be able to do approvals against timesheets and expense claims. And upon the release of the e-procurement module, when Live Mobiles becomes available, we'll be able to do approvals across the requisitions, orders, deliveries, invoices, and all the transactional types that are in that module. One thing we're doing as well with the mobile device is taking advantage of push notifications, so quite a common thing that happens with mobile applications. So there'll be no need for you to actually log in or go into your app on your phone to see whether you need to have any action or required to do anything. With the push notification, we'll have an indicator on the icon that'll tell you that in this instance here, like, there's 4 pieces of information that require my attention. So again, time-saving pieces inside there. One of the other things we've done, we've teamed up with Bing Maps to link in with our expense claims. And this is where, if we've got some mileage or travelling to do, we can enter in our to and from destinations on the Bing map. It'll calculate the distance for us and automatically populate that through into the expense line within our expense claim on the mobile device, and of course back to the live interface for Exchequer. So in summary, busy old time in 2011 and an even busier time ahead of us in 2012. Starts off with the release of Irish Exchequer version 6.9 in February. Then in the spring of 2012 we will have Irish Exchequer 6.10. Later on in the summer we'll have the live mobile devices application available, and then we're planning for Irish Exchequer version 7 in the autumn of 2012. And as always, the information on forthcoming releases and previous releases can all be downloaded and reviewed from My Exchequer.